I hope you do not mind that we will be recording this evaluation. Please state your name, age, and core mutation. Not at all! Just be sure to get my good side. Leonardo Hamato, 21 years young, red-eared slider. I'm assuming your first names are all code names? Nah, just our American names Dad gave us when we came to the States. Guy had a sense of humor. I see. Sure. Rafael Hamato, 22 years old, alligator snapping turtle. It's all good. I'm Michelangelo Hamato. I just turned 20, and I'm a box turtle. You mean you're mutated to be part box turtle? Right. I can actually pop my limbs into my shell. Want to see? Later, perhaps. Not at all, as long as you don't mind that I'm recording as well. Hamato Donatello, 21 years old, Apollon Spinifera. It says here a spiny soft-shelled turtle? That's what I said. Up until now, we have only been able to observe your activity from afar. You have aided us many times in the past with the fight against the Krang, but always indirectly. It's not that we aren't grateful, but why would you wish to join the Central Park colony now after all this time? Not much of a mystery. The Krang finally found our lair. We need food and shelter. You need badass ninja warriors. Seems like a fair enough trade, am I right? It's because of me. Because I got injured in the attack, and the medical supplies we had left were not enough. Yes, you were brought to us in a pretty bad shape. I will say that your recovery has been impressive. We bounced back fast. Well, now that the hidden city has fallen, we don't really have any other way of getting the supplies we need. Yes, the number of displaced civilians has been alarming on our end. Oh, so you've been taking in yokai refugees? We have been keeping them in quarantine for the time being. Oh, you try feeding 4 giant mutants and several humans with a greenhouse the size of a powder room. Frankly, I don't know how you guys manage to keep everyone fed here. Strict rationing. You claim to be the children of Yoshi Hamato, aka the movie star formerly known as Lujitsu. Yet, as far as we know, the man disappeared years ago without a trace, save for some dubious appearance at one of his dojos years later. There also appears to be no record of your births. Care to explain? Well, the superstar life just got to be too much for old Pops. So he quietly returned to Japan to get back to his roots. He went home and had a really, 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 really good time. And we are the resulting spawn. Anyhoozle, when we were still kids, he brought us to the States for a little family trip. Took us to a zoo with a reptile petting tank, and boom! Mutation. Wait, so they were actually allowing children in this zoo to pet alligator snapping turtles? Yes. Understandably, Father had no hope of returning home now with several mutant children, so he went into hiding and raised us in secrecy. Based on your blood work, we can confirm traces of human DNA. However, the lab results show a closer resemblance to your animal half than we normally find in mutated humans. You can understand how this would seem suspicious to some. But most animal mutants are nothing more than raging beasts or malformed monstrosities. Unless... Oh, we were most indubitably human. And with all due respect, but did you consider the possibility of us adapting better to our mutation simply because we mutated at such a young age? A plausible hypothesis. Plus, come on, does this look like the face of a monstrosity to you? You have nothing to say in your defense? Is there really such a big difference between mutants that were humans instead of animals? Of course, animals do not have the same rights as humans. Oh, good thing we're human then. Guess this would be a very different conversation if we weren't, huh? Oh no, there would have been no conversation. Gotcha. Frankly, I don't see the point in this. It's obvious that you need us. And if this interrogation is to help you decide whether we deserve a salary or a collar, then you might want to rethink your next words carefully. Well, I will admit, you would all be a great asset to the EPF. Your powers and combat skills are unparalleled. However, before we take this any further, you should know the true goal of the U.S. Mutant Guard and what you will be dedicating your life to. I wouldn't normally present this to the uninitiated, but given your history with the item, perhaps you could shed some light. What is this? You don't recognize it? Vaguely, but it's been a long time. That does look kind of familiar. Where did you get that? Do not be alarmed. It is merely a replica. From what I can gather, you have been searching for this item behind your leader's back, correct? Our core mission is to find this key and stop the Krang permanently. And we have reason to believe that your team was the last to come in contact with it before it was used to allow the Krang into our world. Can you tell us what happened exactly? Wait, are you serious? This is the key? I thought it was supposed to look like, I don't know, a key. Did you come into contact with it? Yeah, a day or so before the invasion, but we didn't think some old statue had anything to do with the Krang. The Foot Clan weren't even there when they attacked. You didn't show this thing to Leo, did you? He can't know. It'd kill him. So you at least knew it was the key? Donnie had his suspicions, but I told him to keep it quiet until we knew for sure. This interview is over. Now let's not be hasty. You got your 15 minutes, Agent Bishop. I want to see my brothers now. What? It's all my fault. Frankly, sir, the whole procedure was a joke. For all their power, they're just a bunch of undisciplined runts. The leader was the only one halfway decent at lying to my face, and he broke upon seeing the key. Were you able to gather any further information in regards to the key's whereabouts? None yet. However, it's obvious that these mutants were involved somehow. Do you suspect they had a hand in acquiring the key for the enemy? I can't say for certain yet. However, I doubt any sort of intentional collaboration occurred. And what of their origin? Obviously falsified, but to what degree, I can't say. The DNA samples, however, have been far more enlightening. How so? They're different from other mutants, human or animal. They're completely free of all the usual abnormalities. It's almost as if they were designed to be what they are, instead of just some freak accident. Your final assessment, then? Given the information you've gathered, it appears they should be immobilized and transported for further testing. With all due respect, sir, I wouldn't dare hand them over to the labs. I'm not about to let those coats dissect the only edge we now have against the Krang. Frankly, I don't care if they're turtles, or humans, or even more aliens. They're the best chance we have at winning this war. Given this state of things, I feel they will side with our cause. Then so long as they prove useful, I shall defer to you, Agent Bishop. Keep in mind that it is the EPF's job not only to protect the people of Earth from threats such as the Krang, but from threats from those within our own walls. It will be your job to keep them under constant surveillance, and should they step out of line in the slightest, I understand, sir.